Well, happy Memorial Day. I know. You're welcome. Thanks. Charlie Greer podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment if you want to support it. Info's in the description. Memorial Day. Yeah, well, Memorial Day weekend. I guess today is Memorial Day, but it's been Memorial Day weekend. I I had something pretty funny happen. Actually, it's funny. There's no need to get, it was around 9:30. I started hearing like boom, bam, because I live like in a house that's converted into apartments. There's like 3 apartments in this kind of big old house. And I'm like, what the hell, Oh, they're going into the cellar because I know that guy upstairs is like got electrical problems. He runs his AC in a microwave or something like that. Everything's just so. I had my door cracked, and obviously, so first it starts with the booming and the banging, and then obviously, whoever showed up at my door, it was an obvious like online hookup, Tinder hookup. He said, "Hey," I'm like, well, "Who are you?" And my door cracked like maybe a foot. And she's like ossified, drunk, got like a bottle of vodka in her purse and her phone. And said, "I'm here. Who are you?" And she's trying to get in my door. I was like, and it was locked. I go, the screen door was locked. She's like, I was like, "No, don't come in. Don't. I'm not." As she's trying to. No, I'm not. Whoever you're looking for, I'm not it. She's being defensive, Gets her phone. Well, see, it says that upstairs. Yeah, what does that mean? You're down. You saw the stairs, so you come to mine. Well, it must be yeah, it's upstairs. And rude, haggard ass. Just I get it. I mean, they're younger. They want to, do what you got to do. And then it gets loud. Like I heard, I heard like scream. Like it sounded like a horror. All these noises. And then boom, electricity out. The electricity goes out. I'm in the dark. Huh? Then half of it comes back on. Like, oh man. So they, I have to go, by the time I want to go out there and talk to them, like whatever you did, you got to redo it because they were already upstairs. And the lights were off. Like the porch light was so dark and that crickety old stairwell. I'm like, man, I can't walk up. And I attempt to go into the cellar, which is, no, I'm not going down. I mean, I can't see. So I waited this morning. I got up, go down to the cellar. And of course, someone stacked everything in front of exactly where you need to go, meaning the breaker box. You shouldn't stack all that stuff so we can't with the climb over. You just got to think a little bit, use your brain a little bit. Then I had to figure out, what is it gonna? And I did. So I got my electricity back on. Woohoo! And it sounded like people were partying last night. I mean, yeah, well, it's Memorial Day weekend. I actually text my landlord to say, "Hey, man, electricity's going out crazy. I'm camping. I can't help you." He's out camping. I mean, that's what people are doing. I used to love to camp. I don't know about now, though. I don't know if I'd want it. I just don't know. Yeah, it's Memorial Day. Hope everybody's going to go camping. I'm sure people are going to be drinking. Be careful. People playing gigs. I used to play a lot of gigs. I retired in 2010 or 2011. I just said, you know what? This is enough. Playing the clubs and this, that, and how many more gigs do I got to do? But I miss it. And I miss that you're gigging and you just have this big circle of friends. Well, you think they're friends. You have this big circle of acquaintances, let's say. Like everybody knows you, everybody's there and they're at your house and people coming and going. And yeah, I'm going to take some time off from gigging. It's just like, where are all these? Who? Where did they go? Your social life takes a big hit. I mean, big. Then you realize, like, wait a minute, they were just around for I call it the goings on. They just want to be around the whole, the action. But everybody's been kind of hitting me, man, you got to start playing again. You got to start. I might start doing like a one-man solo show. Just me and my guitar. Why not? Have some fun. Meet a group of other acquaintances, friends, whatever. We shall see. It'd be fun just to be like in a band, like even a cover band. Like there's no, stress. Just go out there and peacock around, entertain people, make a little bit of money, have some fun. So that might be in the cards too. You just never know. One thing I need to be doing is getting back into the groove. I moved from LA to the Midwest. I've been here I'm going on my 4th month. So I'm still not gotten my groove as far as like painting and playing my guitar as much as I should. And it's just a transition, And honestly, I had to like decompress from like 24 years in LA. It was just good just to kind of, breathe and do kind of nothing. Just kind of like, do stupid stuff like go to the lake and walk in the park and, just do like normal people stuff, which you can do in LA, but it's a lot of stress, the traffic, everything's far away. So yeah, it's good to be able to decompress, get my thoughts back in line. But I'm itching to paint. I mean, I've got enough paintings to do a show. I've got enough paintings to do like a solo show, but I need something fresh. I need some new, this, that, and the other thing. And the weather's broke around here. For the last couple of weeks, it's just been like kind of rainy and like 60, 64 degrees in May. Like you would think that like, I heard like the local pool, they couldn't open because it was so cold and rainy. It's like the first time that ever happened. I don't know if it's global warming or whatever's going on, but something. I don't remember it being so rainy and cold. I mean, aren't we in summer? I mean, today it's kind of nice. We'll see. But Memorial Day, it's a day to give thanks. I know people just think it's out one ear and out the other, like, hey, I don't really get it or what have you. But it's one of my favorite holidays. I mean, I get that we need people that serve and protect, especially in this time, day and age, we need a bunch of people to help us. Good people that want to help. You're not just like, I'm getting a paycheck. I'm just doing my job. Hey, this is what I do. Sorry about the lighting situation here. My apartment's dark. But yeah, it's just going to be kind of I'm not really doing anything. I don't have anything planned. I just got to do what I got to do today. I might even do another one tonight because we were supposed to do the cooking with Scotty Beers, the ribs yesterday, but we were all just kind of tired. And so we kind of skipped that. We had a good time for Saturday. So that's really all that matters. And yeah, I might start doing this more. I might do one in the morning. I might do one at night. I still kind of don't know, kind of feeling stuff out. And going places too. I'm going to get better equipment and cameras and whatever I need to get Because I want to be going out and about. Like yesterday, I was driving around and there was this like little tiny fair. Like it only had like a few rides, more like for kids. But there's like cotton candy and corn dog, like that whole, I love that kind of stuff. Just that whole the atmosphere of a little fair. And it was a little one. I mean, it was really small, but good to see. And it was packed. I mean, people were, as a kid, you see those rides, you're like, oh my God. And I almost stopped, but I had stuff to do. I was like, man, should I go just walk around a bit? Get some cotton candy. I haven't had any cotton candy in so long. Just pure sugar. Nom, nom, nom. And maybe there's another one going on. I don't know. I'll have to look and see. I know they opened up the lake around here. The lake is open. We've been cruising around the lake. If you're bored, he's like, let's go to the lake. And it's a pretty lake. My friend, he's fishing, but you got to get like a new fishing permit, like every whenever. I might get one. Hell, I used to love to fish. You never know. Again, when in Rome, I'm in the Midwest now. So it's like, hey, what do you do? Well, this is what we do. So, okay, let's try that. But yeah, the solo gigs are probably coming soon. I'm itching. I miss just playing my songs. I miss a crowd. And that's what I did since I was like 15, 16 years old. And then once I stopped in 2010, 2011, I just shifted gears and I started teaching, which kind of gave me that, you're helping other people. And I never thought I would teach. People used to ask me, like, how do you do your vocal warm up? And that. So I was like, you know what? I'll just write all this stuff, teach people, do an hour lesson. So I did that for years. And then I helped people with albums. I sang on a few albums, and not as much as I'd want to. And I talked earlier, like I interviewed at Sony. I interviewed at Disney, which is Hollywood Records. They needed like a studio cat that could just like, help with vocals and harmonies and stuff. And I miss it. Again, and also you're social, like that group of people that like it gets really small when you're not gigging. So we shall see. And there's places to play around here. I mean, there's and I have a ton of friends, and matter of fact, I haven't reconnected with a lot of people. Just been settling in. Haven't talked to old band members, or matter of fact, I haven't even went back to Champaign-Urbana because I'm like about hour and a half away, maybe 2 hours from there. That's where most of the people I know are there, friends, and yeah, but we're planning that. Go holler at everybody, see everybody. I also need to be getting back to St. Louis. My mother's in St. Louis. There's a lot of cool stuff in St. Louis. And the reason that I'm where I'm at, like I picked it because it's just cheap. It's just cheap to have an apartment here. And, I told myself, well, I'm not going to be there that long because I got to, because I was planning on going to St. Louis, but St. Louis is kind of expensive and it's gotten bad. Like my old neighborhood, I don't even know if I could live. And it was bad back then. Now it's worse. And it's like almost expensive as LA. Like, why do I mean, St. Louis is cool, but not like LA cool. If you're gonna spend that money, you might as well be in the sun. And I miss my old house in my backyard. I had a tangerine tree and we'd kumquats across the street. I mean, you could just like walk the neighborhood and get all kinds of fresh fruit. And my dogs are missing because they're spoiled. They're like California dogs. I mean, they're like David Lee Roth, like, woo, laying out in the yard all day and had dog beds and a recliner. And they just spent all day long outside. Now they're in the house here and I'm walking them and taking them to the backyard. They're just like, wait a minute. They'd never seen snow too. When I first got here, it was snowing. They're like, huh? No, I don't know. But they're getting their groove, We're all getting our groove. And kind of starting all over again. I would need about a month or two just to do like pre-production on my set, like doing a solo show. There's no way I'm prepared to. I mean, I could pull it off, but I wouldn't want to. I'd rather be, I'm all about rehearsing. In my old band, we do it like 3 times a week. Even in LA, I had like a revolving door policy. It's kind of hard to keep people in your band, especially if you don't pay them that much, because there's just so many opportunities. I get it, And I used AMP rehearsals, which is on Lancashire, my favorite rehearsal room of all time. I've been using that forever, or used to. And the cheapest room was like $18 an hour, a little small. You got to do 2 hour, minimum 2 hours. So it's like $36 minimum. I paid, it was my solo band. So if we had some gigs coming up, we would do that maybe 3 times a week for a month or two before we would play live, because we want to be prepared. Again, you're in LA, you don't want to be all half-assed. You just never know who's going to see you. You want to be like a well-oiled machine. And unfortunately, again, having like a revolving door policy, I've had my last like gigs. I had like a run of a couple months with like the same drummer and a bass player. And then people have other things to do, and I get it. You got so you're playing gig. Like the last gig I played, I'd never played with these guys. It's just, I'm doing, the Chuck Berry kind of Johnny Thunders. Hey, learn as you go. So it would be good to have like a bass player and drummer, but around here there isn't any. I mean, there is a music store, but it doesn't have anything in it. It's more like repair or piano, whatever. And it's small. I went and talked to that dude, and yeah, trying to put a band together locally here. I thought that's so. What do you have to do? Solo, man. Boom, go solo. Just get up there, a dude and his guitar. And honestly, I mean, I have a head. I have a tube head, like a Steve Vai carbon 100-watt head, which is a little bit too much, but I don't have a cab. I left my cabs back in LA. I didn't have the room. I hate to do that. I hate to leave gear behind. But technically, I got this stuff for free. I mean, wheeling and dealing, you end up with a bunch of stuff, I'll do a trade. I'll add on this, But yeah, I just didn't have the room. I was actually trying to sell my car to get something bigger. And usually I would be like, bam, that's easy, said and done. And I just couldn't, we're locked down, it's harder. Couldn't get it done. And my old roommate or roommates, whoever they are, they might buy, who knows? If they were smart, they would, because it's cheap. I give them a price so cheap. Well, they just might take it. You never know. We shall see. But yeah, I thought I'd get up early this morning. My dogs get me up at like 6 a.m. every morning now. They used to sleep in a bit. Not anymore. They want up. Hey, 6 o'clock, come on. They're like jumping all over me. And I'll do an episode. I'll show my dogs. And because I got a few things to do today. I thought, you know what? I'll just jump on, do a quick podcast. Again, I might even go again tonight. I might start doing morning and I start doing 2 a day. Why not? I mean, nobody's watching these. I mean, I could. I'm almost close to my 30th episode too, and I think all totaled, I might have 100 views total out of 30. It's kind of like having a band and you start off and there's nobody there. You're playing to like 6 people, and those 6 people work at the club, So I know, yeah, in the beginning, it's, gonna be kind of tough. You just got to barrel through, keep doing what you're doing. And once I get out about, pardon me, and filming stuff, because there is a lot of cool, funny stuff around here that I could film. So I'm going to mix it up. I'm just researching now, like, what do I need? What do I know? What other people use? This, that, and the other. And like, yeah, if I had a camera, I would have started filming what was happening last night, like the hookup girl showing up at my door, thinking, I guess she's thinking that I'm trying to tell her, no, it ain't me. Yeah, no, don't. She's trying to get in my door. I'm like, don't come in. I mean, my dogs are, and it was cool. I wasn't trying to be mean. I mean, I laughed it off. I mean, I get it. I mean, that's a young man's game, and he's younger, so it's Memorial Day weekend. Hey, I don't want to rain on anybody's parade. I was cool about it. And when all the banging went on and all this other stuff and electricity's going out, I just rolled with it. I thought I could catch him outside. I didn't, just say, hey, and they just clicked the wrong. When I went down there, I was trying to figure out what box these should be. I just hit it, came back in. It took me 2 or 3 times to figure it out, but I got it back on. I think the house is like 110, like wired for 110. There's like 110 and 210 electricity, whatever voltage. So I think that's the problem. The dude upstairs, he can't run. Like in LA, my last house I had, if I had the AC on, turn on the microwave, plump, gone. So you have to just adapt. And of course you're going to forget. I get it. And I guess he has more problems upstairs. I don't know. And he's moving out. The landlord is trying to get me to move upstairs because it's bigger and nicer. Hey, but that stairwell, man. And I got like my dog Simon. He's 17 years old. He's old. He's got epilepsy. He's all shaking. He could barely get. I got like 4 steps to my apartment. He could barely get through. He fell down those the other day. If you fell down those steps, I mean, if we all fell down those steps, or I would take it. I mean, it's like a nicer apartment, bigger. It's just those old steps. I don't think I can do it. But they're going to redo part of my apartment. So I might have to, at least for a month, like move upstairs and then come back here. Because I like my little apartment. I love my glass doors. I mean, it's technically like a studio. It's not that big. Again, it's cheap. And that's honestly why I'm here. Just to find, place to settle, get out of LA, decompress. And that doesn't mean I'm never going to go back to LA. I mean, if certain things happen, of course, if more interest starts with the script we have, or scripts, I should say, yeah, I'm there. I mean, but yeah, I like that I've moved. It's a different kind of, there's no traffic. I mean, there's local traffic, but it isn't like, people are people. This is a farm community. And I mean, I get it, and I used to live here. So I know people. I went to junior high here. So I haven't even I went on Facebook to try to find, I haven't been able to, and I'm sure people are married and got kids and moved on, But yeah, I haven't even done a trip. Like I said, I haven't been to Champaign-Urbana yet. I haven't hooked up with friends. Haven't went and saw bands. So that's due to all that. And one of the reasons why is because I've got dogs. Like I got my 2 dogs, and it's like, well, now you've got 2 dogs. You got to, well, who's going to watch my dogs? Can I take them with me? They're like my family. So I got to, be prepared. Just can't leave your dog, and I live alone. If I had roommates, then I could be like, hey, just let the dogs up. And they're kind of a handful. I mean, they're my buddy. I love my dogs. They're so funny, the stuff they do, and their little personalities and their dichotomy they have. And yeah, I love my dogs. I've always had dogs. The whole time I was in LA, I had dogs. A lot of times I'd have to, I got to go walk my dog. You're like, walk your dog. But yeah, happy Memorial Day. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Comment if you want to support the podcast. In the description, there's Zelle. You know what to do. I might go again tonight. You just never know. But I love everybody. Be blessed. I'll see you soon. Cheers.